Hello, beautiful soul, gods and goddesses, and Mother Nature, and the spirit guides, and just the spirit is inspiring me to share this experience that I had yesterday in the forest. So, I was going for my daily evening walk, and I was about to come back home halfway because I thought I was done. But then suddenly, I started to process my fear that, that I had to pay my rent in 2 days. I have no money for to buy the food, and I have to get the toilet paper roll. Like I didn't even have that. I want to get my new underwears because the ones that I had is like, you know, really, I don't, and I want like I want to take care of my health and the self care, and I want to paint, and I need colors and just so many things, okay? And I have to pay my mobile bill, but I can't, and I can't ask for help from my father, and still I'm just like, where am I going? What is, and I started to process the fear and uncertainty, and month after month, this has been the pattern that I would have barely any money left, okay? And even when the money is there, I'm just getting by. I feel like I'm severely constipated all the time and all these things, okay? So I want like better health care and self care. So I was like, I was afraid. I was very afraid. And in the forest, these trees, I don't know, these trees are like the very magical sages, and they start to perform reiki on me or whatever. And I was like, I felt the sensation of fear coming up, and then I started to breathe like and then my entire body started to heat up, and I stood there, and then I'll put the video of what this forest looked like. It's beautiful. Rani, where are you going? Come back. No, Rano. Just let me call my baby girl back. Rani, come. No, sweetie. I love you. Come. 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 Pyara bachcha. I need to be out in sun. My sleep cycle in the last 3 days has been so off charts. I've not been getting any sun. It's not good. Okay, I wanna be out in sun. Anyway. So after this happened, suddenly I was like, I wanna go more up. So I started to walk up. Now the fireflies have been my sign. The jugnu, that twinkle, they had always been my sign. When I see them, I know God's got me. God will look after me. Suddenly, somehow the money shows up, and whatever I need, it works out. The jugnus, okay, the fireflies. So I started to walk up, and now it's like dark. The moonlight is shining its light on the trees, on the forest, mountains, and the river, the river that was flowing. And it's all quiet, okay? And it was so magical. And then suddenly I see the jugnu, and then I see another one. And I stood there, and I sobbed. I sobbed like a baby, and I was just thanking trees and mountains. I'm like, thank you so much for this sign. Thank you so much. And my heart, I was crying a lot, because it was that even though I know like it is like this situation, if that sign that I received, I was like, okay, I am gonna be taken care of. I don't know how, okay, I know nothing. But receiving that sign, it was like receiving a evidence from the nature spirits themselves, and it felt so good. I want to share with you, and I shared it in the yesterday's video as well. Take yourself out to beautiful places. Like, stop and really look around. Pay attention to the beautiful flowers around you. The beauty in nature, the beauty of colors. It heals you. we go through pain, failure, loss, fear, uncertainty, and the strength to process and to move through these things comes when you go see the magic of the moonlight, when you see the different morning, evening, afternoon lights, the magic of these natural lights and the nature that is creating, the magic of the stars. When you take yourself to see all these beauty, it gives you the strength to persevere through failure, loss, pain, grief, but also like it just brings you so much wonder and delight, you know really beautiful. And like that feminine moon energy, we talk about sun energy. It's so powerful, really good for our digestion. I need to be out in the sun, but also like magic of moonlight, so powerful. Pink full moon is coming as well, and I hope it's gonna be so prosperous and just like very you guys, the kind of leaps that I have taken, it's just like I must win. Yeah, and must win so beautifully, so powerfully. 5 years ago as well, I was going through a massive change. That is when I was guided to move to Rishikesh. And at that time, 5 years back, I was so uncertain. I didn't know what's gonna happen, but I just had faith like what will be, God will put everything into place magically. And it did. It has been 5 beautiful transformational years, on 31st of March, it's gonna be 5 years. Before this, I was in Noida, okay? And I was like, when I was guided to move to new city without knowing where I was gonna be, like where will I live, how will I eat. And in the last 5 years, God has always fed me, always given me beautiful roof. There's always safe space for me. Um, you know, but I didn't know anything, but God blessed me so beautifully. Take it as a sign for yourself to take a leap of faith. God will catch you. Universe will catch you. The trees, the Mother Earth, the wind, the air, the sun, the stars, the moon, they will orchestrate big magic for you. So be courageous enough to take that leap, okay? And before I received this sign of like this Jugnu coming and passing by, I was praying, like I was walking with my dog, and I was just like, God, lead my mind, lead my mind, lead my body, lead my heart to heart moving experiences, to heart moving money, to heart moving success, to heart moving miracles. Like, I want these experiences, like heart moving honesty, heart moving vulnerability, heart moving creativity, heart moving creative creations. I want to experience like with people, heart moving experiences with people, heart moving honesty, heart moving vulnerability. And then I saw that Jugnu coming, and then really I started to cry, and it really touched my heart, this experiences and this experience. And then it was entire, like everything was dark and just surrounded by mountains and moonlight and the stars, and the river was just glowing. It was so beautiful. Yeah. And then, I also want to mention that growing up, indirectly, I had always received this message that there is not enough for me. Like if my father will give me something, give me one time, okay? Give me little bit of money, and then it would be like such a pressure. It would be, he would say something or would act in a way that I would start to feel like that was such a burden on him, throughout, or even like growing up not getting enough food. All the food was given to my cousins, like the males, male children, not me. So I kept receiving this message that there is not enough for me and all of that. Now I want to inspire you to hold that space in your heart, that you want to give the message to everybody that there is enough for you, there is enough love for you, enough opportunity for you, enough money for you, enough success for you. And just when you hold that intention in your heart, that I want to make everyone around me, everyone who crosses my path, that there is enough for you, enough empathy, enough love, enough guidance, enough support, enough money, there is enough solutions for them, enough help for them. You just hold that intention within your heart, and that God will lead you. Okay? Sometimes we can feel pressure. Oh my God, how can we do that? We are when we are so much in lack within ourselves, then we can't even help others, right? We automatically feel blocked and limited. Oh, that can't happen, that there is not enough and all of that. But then I was like, I started to tell God, like, God, I want people, places, and everything around me to reflect that, hey Jyoti, there is enough love for you, enough opportunities for you, enough money for you, enough success for you, and all these things. And I was like, good. That's what I told God, and I want to also let you know that you must also do that. You must also manifest and hold that intention for yourself. Like, God, I want that to reflect, everything saying, like, hey, there is enough for you. There is enough for you. Enough love, enough opportunities, enough success, enough money, enough everything. Manifest that for yourself. And in order for you to manifest that for you, you also have to hold the space for bigness, big success, big power, big love, and all these things for other people. If you can't let other people shine, if you can't hold that space in your heart for their bigness, their richness, their happiness, you can't manifest that for you as well. We are all humans and we do get jealous, but you have to learn to find a healthy way to process your jealousy. One of the way I can suggest is, I used to do was like, anytime I would go to my reels or like my Instagram stories, and I would see someone has shared their beautiful outfit, someone has shared that, oh my God, I'm getting married, someone has shared like, oh, we are having a baby, someone has shared like how they were working for something for so many years and finally they received the success that they were working towards. Whenever I would see all these things, I would get happy, like thinking, because I was affirming to myself, all the goodness and happiness that I am seeing in this person's life, I'm manifesting in my life. I used to say, like, all the goodness and happiness that I am seeing in their life, I am manifesting in my life, and then that automatically made me very happy. And another thing that controlled my jealousy was that when I saw, like, okay, someone is making more money, is financially stable, is with their love of their life, or they had like happy family or some things like that, I thought to myself, like, it would be really sad if I saw them in a miserable situation. It would be really sad, right? So it is only good that they are feeling happy. I wouldn't like them being miserable. I like them being in their power. I like them being successful. I like them being so happy. You know? For example, would you be happy if I am in poor health and completely miserable and just like in a worse condition that you can possibly imagine for a human being? Whatever the worst situation you can imagine for a human being. If I was in that position, would it really make you happy to see me in that position? I think no, it wouldn't. So when you want to see other people happy, it's your happiness only, okay? And I'm saying this when I was like going through my mom's loss, mom getting cancer, me having no money, barely any money, and I'm going through like all kinds of things. And even though when I was going through all these things, God took care of me so beautifully. God gave me the courage to move through my fear. God gave me the strength to keep my heart pure, because when we are going through dark situations like this, the darkness can convince us to start cheating people, to start manipulating people and all of that. So through this situation, you become more solid, like, no, I am not going to do anything wrong or bad or anything. No, I am not going to, and then in those moments I became more solid, that I only want the money that comes from love, that comes from happy energy, that when a person is sending money to me, like donating money to me, or like buying my services or buying my painting and getting into my sessions, and they are making the payment, they are doing it with so much joy, so much happiness, so much fulfillment. And like that experience of them making the payment or sending me money, it is bringing very light-heartedness and joy and happiness to them. So I only want that kind of money, God. Or I personally also want to, like, in my life, pay the money with deep gratitude, with joy, and all these things. I just had like 2-3 bananas. I feel like I shouldn't have. I need to take care of my digestion really better. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, the conversation, the transaction, the money related transaction and payments, and the money related conversation, money related work, money related anything money related in my world, giving and receiving both must happen only in the spirit of purity, only in the spirit of love, only in the spirit of highest good, only in the spirit of joy, only in the spirit of cleaner and purer and most peaceful and joyful energy. The spirit of joy must lead the money related transaction, money related work, money related things. The spirit of joy must lead it. The spirit of love must lead it. The spirit of cleanliness must lead the money related work and conversations and transactions in my world. It must all happen only in the clean spirit, and I intend to inspire this energy around money in your life, in my neighborhood, and in this world. The clean energy around money, the spirit of joy leading the money related things, the spirit of love leading the money related transactions and money related conversations, the money related thoughts. The spirit of love must be leading that. Wow, that was a different powerful message that came in. Anyway, so yeah, I was telling, where was I? I was in the forest and I was just saying all these things, that I want that. I want that heart moving experiences, God. Heart moving magic, heart moving love, heart moving money, heart moving success, heart moving creativity, heart moving miracles, heart moving magic, heart moving creativity, heart moving creative creations, and that heart moving experiences, heart moving honesty, heart moving vulnerability, heart moving experiences with people. And then I saw this Jugnu, and it just gave me the strength to keep going and reassured me in solid ways that I just relaxed. It reassured me like no matter what I'm going through right now, I'm being taken care of so beautifully, and it is like definitely it will all be very well beautifully taken care of me. Yeah. Book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me for deeper levels of guidance and support, or like one-on-one session over video message, video call, or a voice note, and get into my 12 weeks of mentorship for deeper levels of support to move through fears, worries, anxieties, limiting beliefs, unprocessed shame, fear, guilt, and to step into your power, confidence, into your creative magic. Yeah, link of everything is in my bio. You can also donate for my fruits, vegetables, and rent and bills and electricity bill, mobile bill, etc, etc. And I also want to talk to you about my magic paintings. Bring magic in your life with my magic paintings. This painting says, dearest God, dearest Mother, thank you for guiding me. Thank you for leading my way. When you live around this painting, the way you start to move in this world very bravely, confidently, courageously, you would find yourself becoming most braver, bolder, confident version of yourself, and it's just so much divine guidance and peaceful energies into your life. Super powerful. Super. You can't miss the magic. You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot. Okay, the fridge magnets of this painting are available. Also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting uniquely for you. A painting that will bring lot of success, high vibrations, good energies, power, love, and like sacred, peaceful, pure energies into your life. It's so powerful, and I